A very good morning to everyone present here. Kindly take your seats. It is an honor for me to be the anchor of this event. I, Mou Chatterjee, Secretary, Juvenile Justice Secretariat, cordially welcome you to this event. It is a privilege to have you all join us, and we are extremely grateful for your presence. It goes without saying that violence against girls have devastating and long-lasting consequences which derails healthy development and leaves a deep impact on their mental, physical, and emotional well-being. Physical, sexual, and emotional violence is a major trigger of mental health disorders, poor learning outcomes, vulnerability to exploitation, child marriage, trafficking, and conflict with law. Girls exposed to violence are also at greater risk of substance abuse, early pregnancy, and perpetuating cycles of violence later in life. Today, the Juvenile Justice Committee, High Court at Calcutta, in collaboration with the Department of Women and Child Development and Social Welfare, Government of West Bengal, and UNICEF, has given us the opportunity to gather here at the state-level multi-stakeholders consultation on safeguarding the girl child towards a safer and enabling environment for her in India 2025. I would now request Honorable Mr. Justice T.S. SIVAGNANAM, Honorable the Chief Justice, High Court at Calcutta, to kindly grace the dais. I would request Learned Registrar General Srimati Nabanita Rai to kindly escort Honorable Lordship to the dais. I would now request Honorable Mr. Justice Sujoy Paul, Honorable Justice High Court at Calcutta, to kindly grace the dais. I would request Learned Registrar Judicial Sri Raju Mukherjee to kindly escort Honorable Lordship to the dais. I now request Honorable Justice Shampa Sarkar, Judge, Calcutta High Court, and Honorable Chairperson, Juvenile Justice Committee, to kindly adorn the stage. Learned Additional Secretary Payal Banerjee is requested to kindly escort Honorable Justice to the dais. I now request Srimati Sanghamitra Ghosh, the Principal Secretary, Department of Women and Child Development and Social Welfare, West Bengal, to kindly adorn the stage. Srimati Shana Akhtar, Director of Child Rights and Trafficking, may please escort her. I now request Dr. Manjur Hossain, Chief UNICEF, West Bengal Office, to kindly adorn the stage, and Srimati Paramita Niyogi of UNICEF may please escort him. Thank you. I now humbly request the esteemed dignitaries on stage to light the lamp and mark the beginning of this enlightening occasion. It is said that the light of divinity, wisdom, intellect, and good works are all manifestations of the symbolic nature of the lamp, and lighting the lamp creates an energy and excludes positivity. I now request Honorable Justice Shampa Sarkar, the chairperson of the Juvenile Justice Committee, High Court at Calcutta, to grace this event by presenting the welcome address.
Thank you. Secretary, Juvenile Justice Committee, a very good morning to all of you. Honorable Justice T.S. SIVAGNANAM, Chief Justice, Calcutta High Court, Honorable Justice Sujoy Pal, Honorable Judges present here, Honorable members of the Committee for the Judicial Academy, my committee members, Justice Amrita Sinha, Justice Smita Das De, Tulika Madam, Mr. Kumar, Secretary, Madam Ghosh, Department of Women and Child Development and Social Welfare, Government of West Bengal, Dr. Manjur Hussain, Chief UNICEF, all the registrars present here, the dignitaries of the state of West Bengal, all the judicial officers present here, the members of the JJBs, POCSO court judges, all the other dignitaries of the UNICEF, and the Department of Women, Child and Social Welfare, the Member Secretary, SLSA, Mr. Kumar, this is a partnering with the state of West Bengal and the Andaman and our UNICEF. So your importance is equally important to us, and please acknowledge the heartfelt gratitude that we extend to you for having come all the way from Andaman for us with your team. Last but not the least, a great welcome to the additional director, additional director, and the administrative officer of the committee of the academy, who have actually relentlessly worked with us to make this function a success. And we are here because we have got all the support and infrastructure from them. Thank you so much for that. Our heartiest welcome to the rapporteurs, the panelists, and all the special guests. If I have missed out any name, please forgive me. It is unintentional. All of you are welcome. The Supreme Court of India, the Juvenile Justice Committee of the Supreme Court of India, usually picks us up a topic on which we work throughout the year. So this year it is safeguarding the girl child towards a safer and enabling empowerment environment for her in India. This theme strikes at the very core of our collective conscience. The preamble guarantees justice, social, economic, and political. The question is, have we been able to extend this justice to our girl child? The answer is not in abstract theories, but in the reality, the life that they live every day. Violence at home, violence at school, violence online, sexual violences of children who suffer from disabilities. These are the issues which we have to delve upon, and today's discussion will elaborately discuss, all the stakeholders will be discussing these aspects and how we can remedy the situation and move forward for a better and enabling environment for her in India. Every girl child's cry is an indictment and an appeal. An indictment because we have failed her in many ways. An appeal because she requires our upliftment. Upliftment of the girl child is upliftment of the soul of the society. It is upliftment of the nation. When we rescue a child from traffickers, when we restore her to the homes, when we send her to school, when we rehabilitate her into society with compassion and not with condemnation, we are not doing any charity. We are giving us representative action towards our constitutional duty. Let us not forget the reminders of the Supreme Court on and on again in the matters of Sheila Barse, Sampurna Berua, Bachpan Bachao Andolan cases. Our thrust would be to ensure that the girl child flourishes in safety, dignity, and strength. We have to ensure that her path is fearless, her growth is unfettered, and her future is radiant with possibility. The importance of today's discussion and the consultation is on the statistics which have come up after the district level consultations. Each and every district have had their consultations with all the stakeholders, and we have data with us. From here, the state level consultation will build up along with the assimilation of the data that is collected. Each and every number that has come is a cry of a child who is traumatized, who is either lost or broken. Throughout the day, we will be confronting ourselves with very harsh realities, which will culminate into the presentation of the state of West Bengal, our JJC, and in collaboration with the UNICEF before the National Stakeholders Consultation. The build-up of the process goes on for the entire year. We have cluster meets, we have home visits, we have district level consultations, sustained campaigns on all the aspects to which a girl child is vulnerable. Being a part of a signatory to the Child Rights Convention, our nation has statutes and schemes. We are aware of the Juvenile Justice, Care and Protection of Children Act 2015, which with various amendments actually has tried to bring in the principles ensured by the Constitution, especially for the tender lives of the children. The Act provides for care, protection, rehabilitation, and adjudication of matters involving children in need of care and protection or in conflict with law. It establishes child-friendly courts, judicial processes, and committees to ensure that the children are handled with sensitivity and care. Our JJBs, our courts, JJBs, CWCs, and all government machinery stand as guardians of those who cannot yet guard themselves. Then the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act 2012. This law criminalizes a whole lot of sexual offences. Very recently, sexual offences in the judgment of the Honorable Supreme Court in Just Rights for Children Alliance and another has brought it to the online space as well. Then the Prohibition of Child Rights Act 2006 makes child marriage a punishable offense. And in every district, we've had sustained campaigns to stop child marriages. Child marriages in our districts, certain districts of West Bengal, is more prevalent than in others. We have tried to have sustained campaigns. We have sensitized the priests. We have sensitized the priests in the temples, because most often young children run away, get married in the temples. We have also sensitized the caterers not to arrange for any kind of facility when there is a child marriage happening. The Kanyashri clubs also take part in these campaigns. The children who are minors again, school children, they are asked to sensitize their own friends so that they understand the friendly atmosphere, and this kind of a friendly chat helps to make the friends understand that child marriage is not something that they should indulge in. The Child Labor Prohibition and Regulation Act 1986 aims at protection of the children from exploitation and workforce. With the help of the police and the district administration, we have been able to penetrate into these areas to ensure these kind of factories and small spaces where child labor is encouraged, especially as domestic workers, can be stopped. The Right to Free and Compulsory Education Act 2009, apart from giving the right to education, also prevents corporal punishment and harassment of a child in school. Mental harassment, if you are not good enough, you do not rank well in class. So that is a ban. So enforcement of those have been taken care of. Our mission today and the High Court at Calcutta as an institution is to ensure monitoring the needs of the child. We have child-friendly courts, exclusive POCSO courts, fast-track courts judging sexual offenses. The principal magistrates and the judicial officers are imparted training, and they're often sensitized with unique needs of the child. We have devoted our efforts to make sure that the justice process is less intimidating and more healing. We have monthly data coming in from all the POCSO courts and courts trying sexual offenses, and we monitor those data. We have a system in place where we get a periodical update if a POCSO trial is delayed. Then we can take it up with those individual courts through the learned district judges and the monitoring team to ensure, to see why, what is the reason for the delay and how it can be resolved. The consultation today is divided into 5 thematic areas: response and support services for girls impacted by violence, legal protection mechanisms, integrated service delivery and data management, community-based prevention and parenting programs, oversight and accountability mechanisms. The program has been designed in a way that all the stakeholders will present a PPT, and after the PPTs are over, we have an interactive session. We will have panelists. The people, whoever is present here, whoever has any question can put the questions to the panelists, and it will be a summing up session. We will exchange our ideas in the interactive session. We will encourage any kind of suggestion, response, and remedial measures which will come from the audience, and we will try to ensure implementation of all your suggestions which come to us. After the deliberation is over, we hope that there will be concrete recommendations which will intensify action in each domain, whether it is by way of proposing new protocols, better training, resource allocation, and interdepartmental coordination. The time is past for rhetoric. The hour is for resolve. Through our deliberation, let us dedicate ourselves anew to the sacred mission of protecting the girl child and ensuring and enabling she has a better future in our country. Let all courts, JJBs, government officials, police personnel, and civil society join hands, not merely to chase justice for the girl. Justice should not be a dream. It should be a duty delivered. On this note, I beseech all of you to go back with the takeaways from today's deliberation and contribute in your simple, humble way to the life of a girl child. As it says, it takes a village to raise a child. Let us all together be that village. Thank you, and welcome to all of you.
Thank you, Your Lordship, for your kind words. I would now request Dr. Monjur Hossain, Chief UNICEF, West Bengal, to kindly address the meeting.
Honorable Justice T.S. SIVAGNANAM, the Honorable Chief Justice, High Court at Kolkata, and Honorable Patron-in-Chief, Juvenile Justice Committee, High Court at Kolkata, Honorable Justice Surya Paul, Judge at High Court at Kolkata, Honorable Justice Sampha Sarkar, Judge, High Court at Kolkata, and Honorable Chairperson, Juvenile Justice Committee, Honorable Justice Amrita Sinha, Judge, High Court at Kolkata, Honorable Member of the Juvenile Justice Committee, Honorable Justice Smita Das Dey, Judge, High Court at Kolkata, and Honorable Member of Juvenile Justice Committee, all other honorable judges from Kolkata High Court present here today, Ms. Tulika Das, Honorable Chairperson, State Commission for Protection of Child Rights, Ms. Sanghamitra Ghosh, Principal Secretary, Department of Women and Child Development and Social Welfare, Government of West Bengal, Secretary from Department of Women and Child Development, Andaman, Nicobar Island, all other guests, distinguished delegates present here this morning. A very good morning and greetings from UNICEF. I'm really delighted and honored to be here this morning representing UNICEF to these important consultations around a very critical issues that violence against children, which is all pervasive, we all understand. And the recent statistic says that globally more than 1 billion children affected by this pervasive problem in our society. Violence against children or girl child is not a crisis. It's right now a global epidemic that undermines all other investments for the children in our society, in health, in education, in nutrition, in protections, and it has a long-term consequences in the families, in the society, in the communities, and in the state and nations building. And what we are observing today, the traditional norms or forms of physical or psychosexual violence to the advent of online abuse that has recently been seen amplified by artificial intelligence, the gender-based violence now seems to be expanding with its nature, proportions, and intensity. UNICEF reiterates the ending violence against children or girl child is not only a moral imperative, it is social, it is political, and it is achievable with the right commitment and actions. And today's consultations is one of those actions that signifies the commitment and the urgency and the urgent call to actions by converging resources and expertise across all sectors to ensure safe access to critical information, services, and extend legal protections and aid, strengthen families, build a community-based safety net with better reporting and redressal mechanism. And I understand this will be discussed today later in the consultations. UNICEF has been a proud partner with the government for decades, collaborating with its implementing partners and institutions, being an UN technical organizations to facilitate the organizations of these critical consultations as we work to make institutions safer for girls, schools, hospitals, Andaman centers, public spaces and communities. We must also ensure that voices of the girl child are heard, promoting girls' participations, involving them during deliberations concerning their lives and enabling informed choices, creating safe spaces and platforms to share their concerns, and extending social support are essential to build an inclusive child and adolescent-friendly society and systems. Programming on safeguarding child and safeguarding girls spans multiple sectors: health, education, social protection, social welfare, justice, law, and beyond. And convergence of those critical sectors are essential, are critical. And I can see that today's consultations is having that convergence as we're seeing participants from all those sectors. UNICEF reiterates its commitment to convening, converging, and catalyzing partnership and resources that can be fully harnessed to support the government and its partner, as government leadership, to bring together all critical sectors of the society in one platform to have a concerted effort and actions. And these joint, concerted, and coordinated efforts, we can strengthen the systems. We can empower girls and their families and communities to build a unified front to safeguard every child, every girl child, everywhere. India, West Bengal, everywhere. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. I would now request Srimati Sanghamitra Ghosh, the Principal Secretary, Department of Women and Child Development and Social Welfare, West Bengal, to kindly share her valuable experiences and insights about this issue.
The Honorable Chief Justice of the High Court at Kolkata, Sri T.S. SIVAGNANAM, the Honorable Justices Sri Sujoy Pal, Shampa Sarkar Madam, the Honorable Chairperson of our Juvenile Justice Committee, other Honorable Justices who are gracing the occasion today, my colleague from Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Mr. T. Kumar, who is leading the team from Andaman and Nicobar Islands, an important partner in today's deliberations, and all our respected and esteemed colleagues from the Home Department, from the Mass Education, Extension and Library Services Department, from the Education Department, from the Panchayat and Rural Development Department, from Health and Family Welfare Department, our NGO partners, UNICEF, Dr. Manjur Hussain, Chief of UNICEF is here, the chairperson of WBCPCR, Srimati Tulika Das, and the advisor to WBCPCR are here, and all colleagues from the districts. A very warm welcome to all of you today on behalf of the Department of Women and Child Development and Social Welfare, Government of West Bengal. What we do today, the department does today, the girl child is very much at the center of many, many of our initiatives. Right from the time when she comes to us, comes to our Anganwadi centers as a 6-month-old child, baby, and through school, as we support her with Konyashri scholarships through her middle school and high school years, she is very much the focus of our department, and not only of our department, but all our partner departments who are here. Of course, I mean, it doesn't begin with Anganwadi services and end with schools. There are many, many things going on for her right from the time she takes birth, even in fact when she is in her mother's womb, to the entire reproductive age period and beyond, because government, it is not only a whole of government approach that we are taking, we also, of course, take a life cycle approach whenever we are dealing with girl babies, with adolescent girls, and with women. As a country, as a state, we have the laws very much in place, whether it is the PCPNDT Act, whether it is the Right to Education Act, the POCSO Act, the Juvenile Justice Act. A lot of these acts, we are the nodal department, the Child Marriage Prevention Act, the Food Security Act. We have the structures in place. We have schools, hospitals, we have neonatal care units, we have child protection units in the districts, we have the helplines, we have the child welfare committees, we have shelter homes, we have government departments, directorates. Lots of things are in place. And the results are showing. We have the SRS data just declared a few days back. We see that the child sex ratios at birth and later are improving. We have fewer child marriages that are taking place. The school dropouts amongst girls are reducing. Teenage pregnancies are coming down. Malnutrition is also on the decline. Of course, but I mean, why are we still here if so many good things are happening? The rate of positive changes need to be accelerated, much, much more accelerated. And we need to sustain the good work that has been going on in all sectors. And while doing that, we need to also look for better ways. I mean, not get stuck on see our efforts being plateaued out. We need to look for better ways. We need to look for fresher ideas through continuing to engage, to interact. This is a process that all pillars of the government, the judiciary, the legislature, and the executive can very effectively facilitate, can very effectively nurture and foster. And this is exactly what we are trying to do here today. And for the past several years, as the Honorable Justice Sarkar pointed out, the Honorable Supreme Court has, and through the oversight of the Juvenile Justice Committees, it has been, picking on a theme every year to trigger dialogues on what are the various issues that affect children. So girl children has been the focus this year. And this has, it has given rise to a wealth of, of conversations right from the grassroots level. We've had discussions at the district level, we are having discussions in the state level, and it will be escalated at the national level later in this year. Education, community involvement, cultural change, legal action, skill development, economic empowerment, everything needs to come together for making India, for making our state, for making our society, making the entire world a safe and nurturing place for the girl child. আজকে আমরা সবার কথা শুনবো, we will learn from each other, we will hear from the various departments what are the latest good works, good practices that are being done, and we will try to figure out, what more we can do immediately and in the long run. A very warm welcome to all of you once again, and we hope to have very fruitful discussions throughout the day today. Thank you, everyone.
Hello. I would now request the Honorable Mr. Justice Sujoy Pal, Honorable Justice High Court at Calcutta, to enlighten us about the intricacies of the important matter and share his valuable experiences.
My Lord, Honorable Chief Justice, Calcutta High Court, Justice T.S. Shivaganam, our captain of the event, Sister Justice Shompa Sarkar, my esteemed colleagues in the auditorium, Dr. Manzoor Hussain, Chief UNICEF, the Principal Secretary, Women and Child Development Department, Ms. Sangamitra Ghosh, the officers of various departments of the state government, the learned judicial officers, the registry officers, ladies and gentlemen. Nelson Mandela long back said, to measure how a society is civilized is to just examine how society behaves with its weakest and vulnerable person. This is the test, I think, which is universal, and if we apply that test, I just want to show you some data which is taken from the Crime Bureau report. In the year 2020, in my parent state in Madhya Pradesh, the crime against the children, the vulnerable, most vulnerable, the 97.9% accused were either family members, friends, neighbors, or known persons. 97.9% of accused were known persons. In Telangana, where I was posted before that, it was 99.7%. The accused persons were either family members or the known persons. In 2020, in our state in West Bengal, the data shows that the accused persons, the family members, friends or neighbors are 90.8%. The latest figure which was available, now it shows that in West Bengal it is 88.2%. The sexual assaults are by family members, by the neighbors or the known person. In such cases, I want to just share my experience of my parent state where I was heading a criminal division bench relating to the POCSO matters. In all these cases where the accused person is a known person to the child and to the family, there's a sizable amount of pressure is mounted on that girl child to turn hostile. And in most of the cases, she has no option but to turn hostile. In that case, the most important evidence is the forensic evidence, and the other circumstantial evidence. Another very important aspect which I am highlighting, because all the stakeholders are under one roof here, is the age of the victim. because if they are in a position to show that she is beyond a particular year of age, the POCSO violation, she is out of the clutches of the POCSO Act. And therefore, how to maintain the date of birth register is also very important. In most of the cases, it is found, for example, in Madhya Pradesh, there is a statutory provision that there is a local enactment which says that apart from putting the entry about the date of birth in the register, a declaration is to be taken from the parents that this date of birth is recorded and we certify that. These schools are either not aware or negligent, no such declaration is taken. And therefore, in most of the cases, the first question comes, where is the declaration? When the school officer enters the witness box with a register, the question comes in cross-examination whether you have taken any declaration, whether you have followed that rule, and then another question comes to the parents that do you have any proof of date of birth from the particular hospital where the child was born? And first attack is always on the date of birth. So therefore, it is very important how to maintain the date of birth register. Second very important aspect in POCSO matters is about the purity and chain of custody of the sample. In most of the cases, their whole attempt is to somehow show that the chain of custody was polluted, and therefore the very important forensic evidence is not trustworthy. And my experience is that in sizable number of cases that there is lack of awareness how to maintain, how to keep the chain of custody in a proper way. It should, right from taking sample till the time it comes to the court with the sample of the chemical evidence, the entire custody is to be shown with accuracy and precision. One more challenge which is emerging, and I would like to share with this, and this will be very important for the judges who are holding the POCSO bench and the persons who are manning the forensic science laboratory. That is a recent judgment of Supreme Court authored by Honorable Justice Bela Trivedi in the case of Rahul. For the first time, perhaps, the DNA protocol was brought to the notice of Supreme Court, that Government of India has prepared such a protocol where how to keep the sample, in which temperature it is to be kept, for how many days it is to be kept, what kind of register is to be prepared, everything is prescribed. Therefore, if you recollect the section 173 CRPC, which must have been renamed now, reconstituted in the new provision, but there must be some analogous provision. As per section 173, ordinarily the chemical expert was not required to enter the witness box and prove that document. But in view of this judgment, a new chapter may open before the entire legal fraternity, that if the protocol says that the sample is to be kept in a particular temperature, in a particular day, and this record is to be maintained, under section 173 an application may come that chemical expert be produced in the witness box, and he may be brutally cross-examined on this point whether that DNA protocol was kept in the forensic science laboratory. So therefore, laboratory and this entire chain, what my suggestion is that in these sessions, please discuss that why can't we prepare a checklist right from it, the sample is taken and sample travels up to the court, that how its purity is to be maintained and how accountability of the officer can be ensured. So these are my certain suggestions and food for thought. And I agree with my sister Justice Shorkar that, and both the previous speakers, that the most important thing is the deliberations, discussions, so that some solutions can be taken out and the loopholes can be plugged. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.
Your Lordship, for your valuable words. Now I would request the Honorable Mr. Justice T.F. SIVAGNANAM, Honorable the Chief Justice High Court at Calcutta, to kindly grace us by addressing the consultation and guide us through his important realm with his valuable insights.
Honorable Justice Sujoy Paul, Judge High Court at Calcutta. My brothers, Honorable Justice Arjit Banerjee, Justice Abhishek Bhattacharya, Justice Titankar Ghosh, Justice Joyshant Gupta, Justice Amrita Sinha, Justice Smita Das De. The other Honorable Judges who are watching this program or joining this program on the virtual platform. Srimati Nabanita Ray, Learned Registrar General and other registrars of the High Court at Calcutta. Dr. Munjur Hussain, Chief UNICEF, West Bengal Office and other members of the UNICEF. Madam Sangamitra Ghosh, Principal Secretary, Department of Women and Child Development and Social Welfare, Government of West Bengal. Mr. L. Kumar, Secretary, Andaman and Nicobar Administration. Sri Avanipal Singh, Director, West Bengal Judicial Academy. Dr. Moumita Bhattacharya, Additional Director, West Bengal Judicial Academy. Srimati Mou Chatterjee, Secretary, Juvenile Justice Committee. Srimati Payal Banerjee, Additional Secretary. The judicial officers who are holding POXO court. The Member Secretary of the West Bengal State Legal Services Authority. The Member Secretaries of the District Legal Services Authorities. The judicial officers functioning as principal magistrates of the Juvenile Justice Boards. Members and representatives of the Department of Women and Child Development, Social Welfare, Health and Home, Government of West Bengal. Representatives of the Department of Social Welfare, Andaman and Nicobar Islands. The other additional secretaries, Department of Health, Government of West Bengal. Members of the Chairman and members of the West Bengal Commission for Protection of Child Rights. The moderators, the panelists, speakers for today's program. Special guests, members of the press and electronic media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to all of you. I'm extremely thankful to the Honorable Chairman, Justice Shampa Sarkar, for having given me this opportunity to inaugurate the state-level multi-stakeholders consultation on safeguarding the girl child towards safer and enabling environment for her in India, being held in collaboration with the Department of Women and Child Development and Social Welfare, Government of West Bengal, and UNICEF West Bengal Office. Indeed, it is a great initiative taken by the Honorable Chairperson and the Honorable members of the Juvenile Justice Committee to discuss very vital issues being faced by the girl child and to learn more about the safeguards that we are required to provide to them. The situation of the girl child in India, particularly in West Bengal and Andaman and Nicobar Island, is a complex mix of progress, persistent challenges, and promising initiatives. In national and regional landscape, we have several enactments to address the issues faced by the girl child, such as the POXO Act, the Nirbhaya Act, the Prohibition of Child Marriage Act, the Juvenile Justice Act, etc. Despite the laws being in place, enforcement gaps, social stigma, and slow judicial process have often hindered justice to this section of the society. Of late, online exploitation, trafficking, and child marriage still remain serious threat. To counter these, we have taken steps for education and empowerment programs towards eradication of the issues faced by the girl child, which will include to promote awareness and education for the girls, saving schemes for the girls, education and marriage, financial assistance for the girls from poor families. The Government of West Bengal was proactive in introducing the Kanya Shri Parkalpa as a flagship project, which provides conditional cash transfer scheme for girls aged 13 to 18 years. It encourages continued education and delay marriage, It offers annual scholarships and one-time grants to girls from low-income families. I've been given to understand that in Jungle Mahal, over 200 tribal boys and girls attend weekly camps where they are taught karate, judo, boxing, along with health education. These camps have gone a long way to empower the girls to protect themselves amidst rising crimes. The strong legal framework and impactful schemes like Kanyashri have made a definite difference. Courts have taken strong action in cases of violence against girls, including life imprisonment for the perpetrators. Operation Action Against Human Trafficking and other similar operations have been put in place by the Railway Protection Force, who have rescued minor girls from trafficking and abuse in railway zones. Today's consultation will seek to delve deeper into the measures that can be undertaken to provide a safer and enabling environment to the girl child. In this consultation, there will be discussion and interaction on the response and supportive services for children impacted by violence through inclusive and effective child protection systems underpinned by a robust gender-sensitive social service workforce. Nextly, the legal protection mechanism and the effectiveness therefrom from all forms of violence. Thirdly, availability of integrated service delivery and associated strong data and case management systems. Next, effective prevention mechanism through especially community-based mechanism and parenting programs, and oversight and accountability mechanisms and their functioning. A safer and enabling environment requires not just laws, but community engagement, education, mindset shifts. High rates of child marriage, trafficking, and violence persist, especially in rural and tribal areas. Consultations by UNICEF and the Juvenile Justice Committee across the state highlight the need for better data systems, victim support, and community involvement. Very recently, we had conducted with the Andaman and Nicobar State Legal Services Authority, of which the Executive Chairman is Honorable Justice Savishesh Bhattacharya, in association with the Andaman and Nicobar Administration, organized two programs, one at Havelock and the other at Port Blair. Mr. Kumar, the Secretary, was of immense support, and the entire Andaman and Nicobar Administration was so supportive that both the programs was a grand success. In fact, various stakeholders had participated in the program. I would kindly request Honorable Justice Shampa Sarkar, the Honorable Chairperson, to extend your initiatives to the islands. Islands have got a peculiar problem, and one big eye-opener was the number of suicides. The number of suicides is, I think, the highest is in Sikkim, and next is followed by Andaman and Nicobar. Justice Dipankar Dutta, while attending that program, flagged one important issue. He wanted to know whether these suicides are by islanders or by persons who come to the island seeking better prospects, having failed. So the entire family commits suicide. The child commits suicide. So then we had two of they are called captains, no? The tribal people, they are called captains. Two of them were there in the head. They are the head. And they said there are not many child marriages. But the data was otherwise. So therefore, there was a suggestion by Honorable Justice Suryakant also, the Executive Chairman of National Legal Service Authority, that we need to take these initiatives to the common man. He says, go to the auto stand, go to the bus station or a bus depot, try to distribute pamphlets, educate those people. So this is, in my parent state in Tamil Nadu, there are a lot of these issues. Actually something akin to bonded labor, where the girl is brought to the textile unit, and the scheme is called some Mangala, some scheme, and they are put in the hostel. The girls aged between 12 to 18. So they are made to work like between 12 to 14 hours a day. And the rosy picture is painted to their parents, saying that at the end of when she is 18 or 18 plus, and when you want her to get married, we will give you 5 lakh rupees, 3 lakh rupees. And very often these young girls are aged about 12 to 14 get exploited by, like Justice Paul had said, by persons who are known to them, the supervisors, the others, etc., who are working in the factory. So at least then, because of the active steps taken by the Juvenile Justice Committee, SLSAs, and the police, this came to an end. This was very prevalent in a district called Tirupur. Tirupur in Tamil Nadu is, got the maximum number of hosiery mills. So this has come to an end. Similarly, we have the sort of exploitation in various quarries. In fact, when we traveled, when I was executive chairman of West Bengal SLSA, we went to Maitan, Asansol, and we were surprised to see that the children could not get admission to the school because the family did not have any credentials. But this one, sad part of it was the local people, the local politicians or the people who are influential have prevented the official missionary from extending these sort of facilities which they are entitled to. So myself and Justice Rashri Bharadwaj were there. In fact, Justice Bharadwaj had a tough job, uphill task, in convincing the district administration to go ahead. But the district administration was ready to give these Aadhaar cards, and there are several schemes which have been developed by the state of West Bengal. But there was some force which was preventing them. So we had to do a lot of efforts, take a lot of efforts, escalate the matter to the highest level in the state, and upon such intervention, we were able to break the ice. So therefore, these children don't have any credentials, so they cannot be admitted to the school. As rightly pointed out, that the date of birth is not known. As a result, it has a cascading effect. And a lot of these tribals, what happens is, because they don't have this ration card and other things, there is a country liquor which is being brewed in that area by the tribal people. So after 2 p.m., the parents, both the father, mother, grandfather, grandmother, get completely intoxicated. And what little food they have collected from the forest produce, it's fed to the child. So this, with the help of the DLSA at Asansol, Purva Medinipur, no? Paschim or Purva? Paschim Medinipur, Bardhaman, Paschim Bardhaman, sorry. We were able to do that, and it was a very good program where these parents were educated, sensitized that they should send their girl children or the children, boys and girls, to the school. Secondly, because of the remoteness of the area, most of the schools are a single teacher school. As a result, the teachers find it very difficult, or they are very busy in Kolkata trying to arrange for their transfer. As a result, they don't go to the school. So in certain neighboring states, from what little I know, I think Sikkim has given free education for all the children, especially girl children up to a particular level. They are provided with food 3 times a day as soon as they come to the school, during lunch, recess, and before they go home. They are given a healthy snack. And 3 sets of uniform, winter, summer. So the educated population in Sikkim is much higher than the other northeastern states, but there is lack of employment. Employment opportunities are not there. So invariably, if you travel to Sikkim and hire a taxi, he will be a postgraduate, the driver. Because but he doesn't have avenues. As a result, they are migration. So I think today's consultation is going to be very effective. As mentioned by our chairman, Justice Shampa Sarkar, at the end of the day, we will definitely have a lot of takeaways. With this, I once again sincerely thank the organizers for undertaking such an initiative. And I request all the participants to make the session interactive and be benefited. So thank you very much for this wonderful opportunity. Good morning to you.
Thank you, Your Lordship. Your words have very truly inspired everyone present here today. Now I request Honorable Justice Shampa Sarkar.
As the theme of today is a focus on the girl child, it is my proud privilege to introduce to the House very important and robust ladies who lead us and who support us. Madam Ananya Chakraborty, Advisor, WP CPCR. Madam Tulika Das, Chairperson, Commission for Child Rights. Sana Madam, Director, Child Rights. DIG CID West Bengal, Madam Shoma Das Mitro. Madam Rita Devi from Andaman, and Madam Kuhuk Bhushan from the Department of Panchayat. Thank you all, and I give you these great ladies who are the foundation and edifice behind the entire work that we do throughout the year. Thank you. I hand over the podium to the Secretary for the conclusion.
I would now request the Honorable Justice Amrita Sinha, Honorable Member, Juvenile Justice Committee, to kindly convey the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Secretary, Juvenile Justice Committee, High Court at Calcutta. The Honorable the Chief Justice, High Court at Calcutta. The Honorable Justice Sujoy Paul, Honorable Justice Urijit Banerjee, Justice Shobhushati Bhattacharya, Justice Joy Sengupta, Justice Tirthankar Ghosh, Justice Smita Dasde, the honorable dignitaries, special guests, stakeholders, everybody present here, a very good morning to all of you. We are at the end of the inaugural session of this state-level consultation on safeguarding the girl child. It is my honor and privilege to deliver the vote of thanks. This event is an extremely important one, not only to discuss and share our views and insights on the topic that is present, that has been made available to us, but it is also important to showcase all the effort and the good work that everybody has done to be placed before the national forum, that is the national conference that is going to be held less than a month away. The very fact that the entire auditorium is full goes to show that the event is successful and will be a very interactive one for the whole day. To make this event successful, I must thank quite a few of them. First and foremost, my Chief Justice. Thank you, sir, for all your experience, sharing all your experiences. You have always been very supportive to us, and all the time we've been to you, you've extended your best part and your cooperation. I thank Justice Sujoy Paul, Judge High Court at Calcutta, who has sacrificed this Saturday morning to join us after the grueling week. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Honorable Justice Banerjee, Justice Bhattacharya, Justice Joy Sengupta. Please open your eyes. Justice Tirthankar Ghosh. Justice Smita Dasde, for being here in this weekend. All the honorable judges who have joined us in the virtual mode, thank you. The other very important persons, Madam Shangomitra Ghosh, the Principal Secretary, Department of Women and Child Development and Social Welfare, Government of West Bengal, for always supporting us and sharing her valuable experience and providing us the tips for fast-forwarding all the events that are taking place by this committee. Dr. Monjur Hossain, the Chief UNICEF West Bengal Office, and other members of UNICEF. Ms. Dobonita Ray, the Learned Registrar General, and all the companion registrars of the High Court at Calcutta, thank you. Sri Siddhartha Kanjilal, the Joint Secretary and the Judicial Secretary, Department of Law, Government of West Bengal, for being the bridge between the judiciary and the executive. The Director and the Additional Director of the West Bengal Judicial Academy, Avnipal Singh and Dr. Moumita Bhattacharya, thank you. Mo Chatterjee and Payal Banerjee, the Secretary, Juvenile Justice Committee, and the Additional Secretary of the Juvenile Justice Committee, thank you for all the groundwork for making this event so successful. The Member Secretary of the State Legal Services Authority, the Administrative Officer of the West Bengal Judicial Academy, all the judicial officers functioning as the principal magistrates of the Juvenile Justice Board, thank you. Mr. L. Kumar, Secretary, Department of Social Welfare of the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, thank you all the way for coming from the islands. Ms. Sana Akhtar, Director, Directorate of Child Rights and Trafficking, the Special Secretary, the Additional Secretary of all the departments that are present here, the Department of Panchayats and Rural Development, School Education Department, Department of Health, Home and Hill Affairs, Mass Education, everybody, thank you a lot. Srimati Tulika Das, Chairperson of the West Bengal Commission for Protection of Child Rights and its members, the members and representatives of the Department of Women and Child Development and Social Welfare, Health and Home, Mass Education, Government of West Bengal of the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Members and the representatives of all the NGOs present here. The moderators, rapporteurs, the panelist speakers for today's program. Thank you to all of you. The special guests, members of the press and the print media, all stakeholders, and last but not the least, the caterers who have already provided us a good breakfast and a sumptuous lunch ahead. I extend my heartful, sincere thank you and grand welcome to all of you. Please do keep supporting us. We are looking forward for an interactive session ahead. We have got strict timelines to maintain, so I would end here. Thank you to all of you.
We would now proceed to the departmental presentations. I would request the esteemed dignitaries to kindly descend and take their seats as we begin with the presentation.